Guys, right, decided to give this Continental fishing lark a go. Won't be selling a Continental rod. Only a cheap thing. Well, I say it's cheap, I got it very cheap. It's actually reasonably expensive, middle of the range sort of budget. Got my trusty Battle LC, using a 2-hook flapper with beads, pop-up beads. This is actually my second cast with this. I've just had a double header at plaice as well. It's like a moving bait. So 4-ounce lead, plain lead, just be rolling around. The tips on these are very soft, designed for scratching around. I'll lob this back out. I'll put photos on of the double header at plaice. They weren't sized, they weren't big enough to keep. But I'll put photos on in a second, later on in the video. And that's it. Now, drop shotting as well. I've put a little drop shot set up on Kirsty's rig. Excuse the weight. I'll use anything because it's quite rocky. It was a bit longer. It was sort of down here, but she got snagged up and snapped off. So keep changing the hook and the weight and everything. I've just tied it as it is. Should still catch fish. I mean, there's been plenty of coley coming off. Me and a few of the other lads were on here the other day, and I think we had sort of like 7 different species between us. I was on here night before last. Had a bucket load of species as well, including yeah, was plenty as well. So we'll get this baited up, we'll drop it down, and we'll catch you guys in a bit. A little coley for me there. This is still bobbing away. She's had a couple of knocks, but the Continental's been nodding away as well. But I think it's just the weight rolling. Summerton. Another plaice, I reckon. I had a mackerel the other night doing this. Must have picked the bling up.
See it yet?
Feels like a mackerel.
Really?
Oh, it's a good sized flatty.
Nice.
Nice plaice. It's all of a £1.5.
Look at that. Very pretty.
That's my tea sorted anyway. Yeah, good sized fish. Quite happy with that. In fact, I'd go as far to say that that's a PB.
Well done.
Oh, so it's a nice size plaice. It's been dispatched because I am having that for my tea tomorrow. All I'm using, as I said before, is a 2-hook flapper. I'm just putting rag on with some bling, pop-up bead, just lifts it up, makes it move around in the water. It's very similar to one of the videos, very similar rig to one of the videos that I did. One was bass fishing on the beach. Its rig's identical. I've not come out for plaice, and if I'm honest, this is going to sound really bad, I'm actually getting sick of catching them because I'm actually have to drag a net for the species. They're few and far between, but they are on here, hence why I'm using size 2 hooks. It's been settled for a few days, so there should be 1 or 2 knocking about, I'd have thought anyway. Again, I thought I'd try the Continental. I'm actually quite liking it, to be fair. It's a little bit different than I'm used to because you scale everything down. You scale everything down and use smaller hooks, you know, smaller rigs, lighter weights. I mean, I've actually had to up the weight because the wind's coming from the west. The tide's on the ebb and it's just pulling everything straight round, so I've had to actually up it to a 5-ounce weight, which is a little bit heavier than I'd normally like to fish on this rod, but it does cast with it okay. A little bit about the rod. It's a Sunset Solicer. I actually got this from Go Outdoors. It's rated up to 7 ounce, but to be fair, I cast a 6 with it and it was a bit sort of iffy. The retail in Go Outdoors at £112. Now, Go Outdoors price match and knock 10% off. I actually managed to get this rod for 50 quid, which was a bargain, absolute bargain. I thought, because I don't know whether I'm going to like Continental style fishing or not. I do actually like it as it happens, and it is something I will take up, I think. But I didn't know before I bought this rod whether I'd like it or not. And it'd be good going and spending 130, 140 quid on something like a Unibomber, which is by Vaselli, if I'm not going to like it. So I thought I'll, you know, get this quite cheap. I'm not going to lose any money on it. Worst case, I can use it for flatty bashing on the beaches, which is pretty much what I'm using it for now. Best case, I'll keep it and I'll like it, or I'll upgrade it. Kirsty can have this one because it is a lie, you know, it's a nice rod. She's shaking her head there saying she wants something new. But yeah, that's it. Like I say, I've upped the weight to a 5-ounce. That digs in a little bit more, but it still rolls around a little bit. I usually use a finger stall as well, but flew off, not last night, the night before. So, but I don't know if Kirsty will get the action on this when I cast. She might do if she goes a bit further back, somewhere around there. This is with a 5-ounce. About 90 yards that did. So you imagine with a 3-ounce or a 4-ounce, it'll just fly out. Well, it does, it just flies out. But it handled that plaice okay. I wouldn't like to get anything much bigger on it, but that's not what they're about. Keep getting loads of little coalie on the LRF. I think when the sun starts dropping a little bit more, the other little mini beasts will come out. Hopefully we'll get some different species. So, right, I'll catch you guys in a bit. Little butterfish. Slimy little buggers. But
I'm not touching that.
They're beautiful little fish. Beautiful little fish. Notice how the butterfish, they've got little black spots on the...
It's a slimy
little black spots on the dorsal fin.
Oh yeah.
And they have actually, if you go that way, the dorsal fin's a little bit spiky. If you go that way, it's fine. But we'll get this one back.
Oh, slimy.
Get it back. Stop. Just had the beautiful little long spine sea scorpion.
That's bigger than what I get.
Beautiful little markings on it. Fat little fish. It'll be full of my worm, no doubt. Beautiful little fish. Like I said before, people think these are poisonous. They're not poisonous. They're a bit spiky, but you know, and if you grab hold of them, it probably would spike you and it might hurt. But they're not poisonous. So, one of my favourite little fish. These are.
Go in the light.
Beautiful. Little fish, big attitude, brilliant. We'll get him put back.
Funny looking things.
Right there from on the Continental, I'm going to let Kirsty reel this in. feel like there's anything on?
There's weight on it, but...
Well, yeah, there's a weight because I use that for casting.
Oh man. Can't feel anything kicking at the moment.
Might be a little dab. Yep, little flatty. Right, that's it. Keep winding, and stop. Swing it round. You reeled a bit too much line in there. Yeah, I'll swap it.
Not as pretty as the place though, are they?
They're nice for eating.
Yeah.
I think so.
Hey off.
Just to show you the sensitivity on these rods, there's a little dab. I think it's a little dab anyway, tapping on that now. It's going to make me look a fool now, no, I'm not going to do it. Tapping away for a minute or two now. We'll bring it in and see if there's out on. The little coley for kirsty. There's hundreds of them down there, absolutely hundreds. We'll get them unhooked, get them put back. Change of plan, because we're getting hammered with the coley on the rag. I want to try a little bit of the isomi worms. Never had a great deal of success with them. I have caught fish on them, but I think they seem to do better down south for some reason. But we're going to give it a try anyway. Hopefully it'll stay on the hook a little bit longer. The technique we're doing today is drop shotting. It's not the standard rig we normally use. Like I say, it's as simple as that. I could do a video on showing you how to tie a drop shot, but it's quite fiddly. Well, I think it's quite fiddly. There is a video on YouTube it's only about 17 seconds long, and it explains it dead easily. It was my mate Sam, who's also got a YouTube channel as well. It's worth looking out for. That showed me the video, pointed it out to me, and it's definitely worth a look if you want to learn how to tie the knots. It's like an animated one. It's not an actual person doing it, but it's just so simple once you know how. We'll drop this down. We'll see what's what. You see, if that had been a normal rag, would have had bites instantly. That's what I'm saying about it. I don't think it's as good. I've heard stories about them being banned in competitions, which I've no doubt that some places they do fish well, but I just think on the northeast coast I don't think they fish very well. We'll see how we do. Another cracking bite there on the Conti. I say it's a cracking bite to be fair, but with the tips being quite soft, everything looks substantial. See if it goes again. apologise for the wind, it's picked up a little bit. Kirsty's got another fish. She has got a codling, little kelpie codling. Beautiful little fish. Can I give you that a sec?
Never caught one that bright. Gorgeous colour that.
Yeah, beautiful little fish. Just plop him back in. Sorry about that, people. Kirsty interrupting my very important filming of the Continental rod. A few of you keen observers will have noticed that I've not posted a video, apart from the boat fishing with James. I've not posted a video in a while. The reason being, Kirsty's moved premises with the business. Oh, she's got another one. Kirsty's has moved premises with the business. Oh, you can drop that back down. Yeah. So I've spent the last sort of 8 weeks refitting a shop, as well as working full time as well. It's just been a bit chaotic. We've also been concentrating quite heavily on the actual species hunt as well, which I'm doing reasonably well in. I'm now up to 26, I think, 26, 27, something like that. So not too bad. I don't think this fish is coming back unless it's sat on the bait. Give Kirsty the camera a second. We'll just have a look. Sometimes helps as well when you're fishing for flatties. If you just twitch the bait like that, the movement spurs them into chasing it. Don't think there's anything on that. Nah. Seagull float. The only flew to my line there. Cheers. Well, if I hook into anything, I'll start filming again. Don't worry. On this, got a feeling there's a small dab on it. Going again there. Wind is blowing it. It was definitely a bite. There's something on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's a dab. Yeah, another dab.
Here he comes.
A bit bigger.
Oh, he's a big size.
Nice dab.
Mm.
Has to be good to keep. We're going to put it back.
Yeah.
Just have another nice bite on the Continental. Something's on it. Oh, maybe another little dab.
You're having more joy than our level there, eh?
Because I know. Something on here. It's not very big. I think there's something on. Oh, a weaver. Right.
What's that?
Poisonous. Right. What I'll do, we'll swap over. Just cop for that a sec. I'll show you something about these fish because they can give you a nasty spike.
Spike. Oh.
You don't know what you're doing with them. So unless a weaver, those spikes there are poisonous.
Oh yeah.
If you're getting these, personally, I just try and shake them off the hook because they will spike you. Right, we'll try and get this off. Could do with 2 pairs of
Choices.
pliers here.
Oh.
I'm still undecided as whether these are actually good looking fish or not. Because they are quite pretty. I mean, they've got bright green eyes. Making a bit of a dog's dinner with this, to be fair. I'm not snipping its fins off, don't worry. Just trying to get this worm out, it's nice to see the hook.
Gee, it wouldn't wiggle about and get itself off the hook. Take it you wouldn't put that in your hand.
I wouldn't hold this now.
Has it come on?
Right, I'm going to need Kirsty's help to hold the
Yeah.
line, so we'll see you guys in a bit. This fish will go back, by the way, it will swim off. Reeled in, double shot of dab.
Again.
Again, not very big, but nice little fish all the same. Even if they do swallow the hook.
That one's a bit bigger. That one the bigger one. Nice.
If they go with a plump, normally they'll swim off. If they go with a slap, you've killed the fish. Kieran. Because we all know Kieran's a fish murderer, aren't you, Kieran? We all know. Well, we'll bait this one up. We're going to have a couple more casts. I'm living in hope for a dragonet. You never know, it might happen. We'll be heading home. I'll see you guys before that anyway. Put the dab on here, I think. I won't say that.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Oh, I think it's another place.
Ah.
Looks half decent.
Ooh.
Another place. It's not as big as the last one.
No. Still good size.
It is actually probably size, to be fair, but we'll put it back. We don't need it, so
No.
just be keeping it for the sake of it.
Very nice. They are very pretty compared to the other ones and the dab.
Brilliant. We'll get it put back. don't think there's out on that. I think you missed it. Yeah, winding a little bit quicker. Bit quicker.